When you see an image of this fairy, you're either filled with cutesy love or experience PTSD flashbacks of her moon spell. Few characters fill this role in Touhou Project, but one of the most famous of them all is America's favorite menace, Clownpiece. So, to celebrate my country's Independence Day, we are going to learn everything there is to know about this clown, and I think it's only fair that we first understand who she is. Clownpiece is a fairy from Hell who made her first appearance in Stage 5 of Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom, where she commands fairies to harass the protagonist on their journey across the lunar surface. Of course, after the protagonist shoos her away, we re-encounter her again, where she is ordered by a mysterious master to do what you want with them. Later, she attacks the protagonist with her unrelenting strength. Of course, Clownpiece is defeated and confesses some important information to the heroines of the story. Notably that the Hell Fairies that are invading the lunar capital come and are controlled by a source from the Sea of Tranquility. Upon revelation from the protagonist, Clownpiece becomes surprised that the Earthlings came to beat her up basically, and at least in Sanai's route, begs for mercy and leads them toward the sea, ultimately toward Junko. Aside from that, that is mostly everything about Clownpiece in her first appearance in Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. She did get a mention in one of Raisin's endings, but it's not important. Although a short appearance, she had great potential that was realized more in the manga, Visionary Fairies in Shine, where the three fairies of light hear from Reimu that a new and mysterious fairy was plotting around. They travel to the human village to try to encounter her, and lo and behold, Clownpiece is trying to cause some chaos by making the human citizens crazy via her wand. The fairies introduce each other to her, later learning that Clownpiece left the moon as she did not want to return to Hell, so moving to Gensokyo on Earth was a better option for her. The three fairies invited her to live with them, but Clownpiece had other plans. However, she was intrigued by the idea of causing some epic pranks with the three, so she makes sure to keep tabs with them. Across the manga anthology, Clownpiece moves under Reimu's shrine, experiences spring for the first time, helps the three fairies cause lots and lots of pranks. Her ability to make people go insane proves really useful. Going to hell with them, but overall learning to adjust her new life on Earth. Later, Hikaisha Lapis Lazuli comes to check in on her. Her reason for doing so is to give Clownpiece missions and things to do. It gives us a bigger picture as to why Clownpiece came to Earth. Hikaisha wanted to help her live a better life. That is very nice of her. Toward the end of the series, Clownpiece begins to drop strange stone cherries, something Reimu determines that are only found in Hell. Hikaisha drops by the next day to have a chat with Reimu and Marisa, later revealing bombshell evidence that such stones contain fairies. Essentially, Clownpiece was used as a pawn for Hikaisha's plan to make Hell full of nature and beauty. Meanwhile, Clownpiece visits the three fairies and their friends in a sunflower field while revealing the plan for collecting the stone cherries. However, knowing where those fairies would go, she feels reluctant. After a big discussion, they discover that the reason why the fairies become stone is to save themselves in a last-ditch effort self-defense mechanism, and Cerno figured out that the culprit for causing such defensiveness is Okina Matata. Of course, such a battle will not be easy, but Clownpiece takes the initiative to betray her boss to save Gensokyo and the fairies. After a tense battle, Okina becomes a badass and chokeholds Clownpiece to send an important message. Gensokyo is home to a terrifying secret god. You got that? Be sure to let them know. After that, Okina happily releases the fairies from the stone cherries. Clownpiece indirectly saves the world. However, Hikaisha was not too happy that Clownpiece disobeyed her orders, so she disappeared for a while. Her friends hosted a victory party, but were worried that she could not come. It was strange that this was how her story ended, until she arrived late. It turns out she got punished by Hikaisha. She will not be allowed back in Hell, but will be forced to observe the surface until a new plan comes. Oh, and also to try and contact Okina again. Ever had a punishment that was just a nothing burger? Oh yeah, this was the definition. Clownpiece returned for a party and fun with her new best friends, thus ending the Touhou Sangetsu saga. Doing my research made me discover that Clownpiece is much deeper than one realizes. In Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom, she's portrayed as a crazy and kooky fairy who just wants to kill, but in Visionary Fairies in Shine, we learn that Clownpiece really does care for others and is willing to put herself in danger if it means to save the lives of others over hers. A valiant virtue. Still, she does have her cheeky side. It's a bit of a shame though, as that is all we really know about her in the official lore. She did make appearances in Violet Detector and 100th Black Market, but those roles were basically cameos, plus no one really cares about the games anyway. Still, an actual game and a manga is sometimes all we really need to paint a great picture about the personality of Clownpiece. Looking at Clownpiece's appearance, you can tell that there is a big elephant in the room. Her hat. It's a polka dot jester cap that, mixed with her American flag jumpsuit, creates a striking yet recognizable image from the rest of the Touhou cast. It does help that her iconic pose was likely inspired by the Statue of Liberty, especially with her burning torch, her horrifyingly strong main source of power. Her main ability is to drive people crazy where, if anyone looks at the torch's light, they become insane, driving people to become short-tempered and irrationally angry for petty reasons. Basically, think of her torch as strength from JoJo's Stone Ocean. It can also make Life Force itself go berserk, as seen with Eternity Larva. She used the torch's power to create a summer bubble around the Hakure Shrine while it was in the middle of winter, turning the snowy ground into palm trees. It did take the entire torch's power though, so it flamed out. The reason for the strange ability comes from Hell, and partially Junko's ability to make things pure, where nature there consists of the souls of the dead. The torch is essentially powered by those souls as a primary source of life force and power. Clownpiece mirrors the Lompods, nymphs that serve the witch goddess Hecate in Greek mythology and help her on her travels to do her dirty work. Sound familiar, eh? Of course, the Lompods are known for playing tricks on people, even leading many to death, which makes perfect sense for Clownpiece to be framed as a fairy, since in Touhou, most fairies have a side that are playful, childish, and maybe a little ignorant, When she met the three fairies of light, they connected quickly due to their shared traits of scheming and adventure, and later on, she met more fairy friends, even gaining the nickname of Peace, which is pretty cute honestly. Clownpiece connects with many thanks to her personality. Upon her introduction in Legacy of the United Kingdom, she quickly rose through the ranks as one of Touhou's most famous, managing to achieve 23rd place out of 169 on a 2016 Touhou popularity poll, though nowadays she straddles around the 50th position. Still, she is very well known in the Touhou community, mainly for three reasons. The first are America jokes. Say it with me kids, guns, burger, America #1. Yeah, be prepared to see these memes in the Clownpiece community. The second comes from her theme song, Pura of the Star-Spangled Banner. Its chaotic nature made it strikingly catchy, leading to various remixes, but none more famous than Akatsuki Records' Warning X Warning X Warning. That is an absolute bop. Oh yeah. The third comes from this. She is particularly infamous for being among Touhou's most annoying bosses, with her spell cards, even on easy, known for making people go insane on their attempts of Legacy of the United Kingdom. If you have ever seen the 00/99+ meme, that comes from a player taking more than 100 attempts on a spell card without any success on it, something very common on Clownpiece's fights. It's fitting for a character like her. Her ability to drive people mad breaks the fourth wall itself. Few characters in any media manage to accomplish such a feat, but if it was going to happen in Touhou Project, Clownpiece is the prime candidate. To this day, Clownpiece receives many fan art and cosplays, so if she saw what the fandom had indirectly created in real life, she would be ecstatic, while making her admirers go crazy like that one prison scene from Stone Ocean. Before researching, I was fine with Clownpiece, not really caring for her, but after reading her arc in the manga, I have much more respect for this character now. She is kooky and cray-zee, yes, but she also has a bit of a heart that few actually realize. Still, her moon spell gives me PTSD to this very day. I have a question for you still watching. What makes you like Clownpiece? I would like to know your opinion, but in the meantime, I gotta go eat a hot dog. Also, I got a Ko-fi now, so donate now so I can buy a Fumo. Okay, bye-bye.